All right, all right, all right. Hello, beautiful people. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm here doing another unboxing of Batman Black and White from DC Direct. And this is a figure that is based on the comic by artwork by Todd McFarlane, and it is sculpted by Jonathan Matthews. So this is a figure that is 10 and 2/10 inches high, which is 25.9 centimeters, about 26 centimeters. So not necessarily the biggest statue, but what's interesting about this is it is pretty heavy. So we're going to unbox right now. Da-da-da-da. So inside you have your typical, there's a warning that says fragile, remove product carefully. Of course, any piece of artwork should be handled carefully, whether it says fragile or not. But given how the statue was designed, I'm not surprised that it will be marked delicate. It looks very delicate. I was actually on the fence about collecting this for that reason, but I really fell in love with all of the images that I started seeing as I searched around the internet and looked more into this figure. When I looked at the original comic, interestingly enough, there was a girl that was hidden inside of the cape. I kind of wish they included that here in the statue because I think it's a really cool effect and story in and of itself. But regardless, I really like the cape design. So let's see what we actually have. So as always, the best way I find to get the box out is to just turn it upside down carefully and slide it out. If anyone has a better technique, please let me know. This is how I do it. You just slide. This is not sliding very quickly, but Rome wasn't built in a day, so we can wait on sliding a statue out of the box. And here we go, nice and easy. And I will need to step out of the shot to get my scissors because there is tape around the enclosure, right? So this is taped up. Actually, rather than get the scissors, I usually just cut it off. But what I started doing lately is just peeling it off. What I like to figure out is which way is the top, and I can't really tell from looking at the box. So that's something I would suggest for the company. DC Direct, if you can mark which side is the top, it makes it nice and easy to figure out what's the best matching place to figure when taking it out of the box. So what I like to do is just look for the part where the tape starts and just easily peel it off. If I can't figure that out, then I might start in the middle. But it looks like it's right here. So I'm just going to carefully peel it up. And just pull slowly, because we don't want it to rip like that. See, it's ripping, so now I have to try to get the other side also. Fortunately, it's already sticking up a little bit, but you just have to pull really slowly starting out. If you don't pull slowly, then it's going to rip and it's going to be even harder to pull off. As you can see, nice and easy, just come right around. So again, when it comes to statue boxing, I do prefer the white stone over the gray stone foam that you see in a lot of statues, especially the custom designs. I'm a little leery of buying custom statues for that reason because that gray foam does not have a lot of impact, does not really absorb impact, it's not very durable. But this, as you can see, very durable, right? So we're just going to slide open the box so I can see what's there, and I see the figure, and we're just going to slide it out like that. I don't usually do this, but since it's just a one piece, really simple to just slide it out like that. Oh my god, the fumes are killing me. So So immediately I'm hit in the face with fumes. Not the first thing you want to experience when taking a statue out of the box, but it does happen, you know, with the paint and everything that's on there. Then the first thing I noticed, they wrapped it in plastic. Okay, protects the figure. I kind of like when a statue has a tissue paper between the statue and the plastic, because then the paint will not rub off onto the plastic, right? And as I'm looking at this, I'm noticing it's just a little dusty around. So it looks like it needs some dusting. So again, if this was wrapped in tissue paper, I don't think it would have had that sort of dusty effect there. I'm just going to ease this out, just being careful of, I see that the plastic sort of got cut through with the statue. The point is very sharp right here in the back, or the side rather. Very, very sharp. You could impale someone with this. So what I'm just going to do is keep it on the table, lift one edge up, because I don't want to grip it and put too much pressure on it. And here we go, just a nice one-piece little statue. Emphasis on the little. Much smaller than what I'm used to. I would say it looks like it's a little larger than a 110 scale. Right? What would you guys guess about it? One little smaller than 110. I mean, a little larger than 110. Or maybe about the size of a 110. But it looks a little bigger. I mean, a little bigger than 110, a little smaller than 1.6. That's what it looks like to me. Kind of feels like an Oscar. I want to thank you all for choosing me to win this Oscar. It's been such a journey making this movie. No, but for real, there's a really nice weight to it. So it seems like a lot of the weight is in towards the bottom of the statue. Looking on the bottom, there are a lot of layers to the cape. I'm really amazed by how the cape is designed, because that's just a lot of cape for him to be holding and flapping around. I do wish, it looks like there's a bit of dirt or whatever on the top. Just like some white stuff, maybe some glue here, so it looks like maybe the pieces were glued together. Maybe it broke and they glued it back. No, I think I would see the cracks. Hopefully that's not the case. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, the paint in the back. One thing I find about some companies is they really just flub on the paint in the back. So the paint job is not spectacular. So I would give the paint job maybe like, to be honest, I'm going to say 6 out of 10. I might be being a little harsh, but to look at it and notice immediately, the paint's a little off, that's not good. So I would say about a 6 out of 10 for the paint. But overall, I do love the color. Yeah, there's just a bit of, there's like a scratch here or something. Like, that's not really cool. But the statue itself, it's a nice little statue. And it's really, again, cape is huge. This is really a lot of sculpting. Like, Jonathan Matthews did a really good job on the sculpting of this. Like, the sculpting itself is amazing. I would give that a 9 out of 10. Maybe a 10 out of 10. But I just think there's some aspects to it that could be a little better. Like, I'm not sure what is inside the cape that's making it pointy like that. That's kind of weird. Maybe that could have been a little better. And just looking at some of the edges, how some are pointy and some aren't. So, but again, I would say 9 out of 10. If maybe 9.5 out of 10 for the sculpting. What's really interesting again is the weight of this. The weight is very solid on the bottom. It is numbered 120 out of 500, so only 500 of these were made. This is done by DC Direct, so trademark. DC, right? Directly from DC Comics. No, but for real, what else could I say about it? The face, I'll come a little closer so you guys could see. Right? The face itself, just drawn on. There's not really much to it. Right? So we have the mouth kind of line, some lines added to kind of give it that comic effect. Again, same thing with the lines on the cape. There's not really any shading here. So the paint job, once again, could have been a lot better. You know, I would say a little cheesy. It's probably not how it was designed. Like if you look at the actual photo, you see the photo looks great. You see there's a lot of texturing and shading in the photo. I'm not really seeing that here in the figure itself. Like the skin tone on the face is very pale, right? The blue on this is even a shade lighter than what's on the box. The texturing around the logo on the chest, again, that could have been a lot better actually. So once again, yeah, the paint job, as far as the paint job goes, not spectacular. But as far as an iconic piece, with the sculpting, I would say it's pretty good. Is it worth the money? I paid about $250 for this. Given the sculpting, I would say maybe I would pay a little less due to the paint job and just spend that money and having this repainted. I would even consider having this repainted with a little shading, because I think with some shading added to the statue, this would really knock this figure out of the park. And that's really just something that can be supplemented with some lighting if you just have a unique lighting, depending on where you place the figure. But again, the less you have to do to make a figure look good, the better. Once again, the big knock for me is the coloring on the face and just some of the places where I see smudges and nicks and things like that in the painting that would have made this a lot better. So that is this DC Direct piece. I'll show you the back so you can see the rear, because that's really seen in the images. Right, so this is sort of the back here. You have the cape coming around. Again, really lovely texture, very durable feeling piece. This is not plastic. This is not clothing, not resin. If it is, it's very heavy. This feels more like a polystone, if anything. So huge amount of weight to this. I would say this feels about as heavy as some quarter scale pieces that I've held. All right, so should I do another unboxing? Why not? I have time. I'm gonna put this right here for now. Oh, look at that. Oh, he fits right in with the rest of his cohort. All right, so I will be coming at you next. Again, this was purchased from BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store. Ooh, I love it. Nothing like having the words big and bad in your title, right? So I will just preview what it is I'm going to unbox. And again, part of my unboxing, I do like to talk about packaging. What I love about getting things from Big Bad Toy Stores is the boxes are always nice and clean. They don't look like they've been through a World War Z. The figure is always well packaged. There's just some light bubble wrap around. Again, see there's the bubble wrap there. But I'll just preview. I'll be unboxing Marvel Premiere Collection, The Amazing Spider-Man. So tune in for the next video if you want to see that. Bye!